So many amazing organizations in our area are all working to better our communities. Last month, United Way of East Tennessee Highlands awarded $50,000 worth of social innovation grants to 6 different nonprofit agencies. Joining us now with more are Abraham McIntyre with United Way of East Tennessee Highlands and Abby Gaines with Appalachian Opportunity Fund. Good morning.
Good morning.
I can't think, it's $50,000 for a lot of these nonprofits. That is huge going toward their bottom line.
It is a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
And talk to us about the pitch competition where they all took part in that.
Sure. One of the things that we like to do with United Way is, we only have so much money to give, but we also like to do value add pieces as well. And so a part of that is helping our organizations tell their stories. And a lot of times we have opportunities to tell stories either on, daytime or whether at Rotary or something like that. And so trying to help people kind of focus in and share, there's a whole kind of a process of hook them and tell a personal story, and then what are you going to do with the money once you get it and all that stuff. So working through that process and giving them the opportunity to be able to share that, and then throw it in, kind of like the racers that just came on, like competition makes kind of spices things up a little bit, and so throwing in $10,000 gifts and grants makes it a big deal. So it's a huge blessing for us to be able to do that, and then to see these organizations and people like Abby come together and just really go from being I'm so nervous, but we worked with Founders Forge, great nonprofit here, and they helped us do the pitch practices and really hone their skills, and then they got to pitch, and that was at the Martin Center, and it was an amazing night.
Abby, do you remember that night?
I do, very well.
Talk to us about going into that competition, going into that pitch competition. What was the mindset for you all?
It was a first for me, so I was way nervous, out of my comfort zone, but the pitch practices with Founders Forge was an amazing experience, to say the least. Just from where I started to the pitch night was a huge difference, and by the end of it, I was just honored to be able to experience that and grow and learn with that.
Talk to us about Appalachian Opportunity Fund for folks that may not know about it.
Yes, so Appalachian Opportunity Fund, we focus on lowering financial stress within families in our community and helping each individual that we work with reach their financial goals.
Right. And the money, what is it going to go toward?
The money, we are going to be able to purchase a software that we will be able to increase our client communications and improve data management, where we track all of our impact. And it's just going to increase our capabilities to be able to continue reaching for financial freedom in our area.
Now, each one of these entities that came to you in the pitch competition, kind of describe the competition. How long did they have? They had to get their message very succinctly to you.
They did. So we had 6 organizations. They had 5 minutes apiece to be able to share their pitch, and then we had 2 minutes of judge questions as well. So we people are like, oh, it's like Shark Tank. Well, it's very low key.
There's not.
It's not quite the egos that are in that room. So, but still a lot of fun and great questions, and the judges got to kind of dig in and say, where are you going to actually use this, and kind of make sure that what they were going to do, use the money was worthwhile, and it was going to be impactful, and so that and be socially innovative. And that's the whole thing of how do we break the cycles of poverty with being socially innovative. And this fund came out of an anonymous donor here locally, and so this is our 3rd year of doing this. We want to keep going, so that was our funding is kind of finished with those first 3 years, so we're looking for new partners to go forward. But just an incredible opportunity again for organizations to share. We had the 3 winners through social innovation, and then we also had 3 organizations with the Tennessee After School Network, and they did a 90-second pitch within questions and answers. So it's like a long elevator pitch, but that's it's even you're like, 90 seconds, it's easier than 5 minutes, but you gotta make sure it's all there, right?
When you're trying to get a message across, both of those 5 minutes, it seems to go back really quickly. Is that what your experience? Did it go by quickly, or was it the longest 5 minutes of your life?
Probably the longest 5 minutes of my life. Went out there, I was ready to go. I actually froze for just a moment, but I was able to compose myself, get it back together, and I finished strong. So was in shock when I won.
And the judges, when you're sitting there and you're facing that panel of judges, and you get that interaction with them at the end, for 2 minutes. Did you think you handled that very well?
I think I did. Yeah. That was probably the more nerve-wracking part for me. I didn't know what the questions were going to be. I didn't know what they were going to ask, and so. But once I got there, it was. I was like, oh, this isn't bad.
Right. And I know a lot of these organizations are used to writing grants, trying to get grant monies and things of that nature. This is kind of a different route to get to that grant money, isn't it?
It is. And again, that was the whole, that we had a small application that, just so we could see who all, wanted to be a part of it. But it makes it very personal, and it's a different skill set, and you can write, and you got months to create a grant, but this is we had a few weeks to practice that actual personal pitch. And so Abby, Appalachian Opportunity Fund was a winner. Unity Housing, which is a brand new organization, Opal Fry Clark, they won, and then Salvation Army of Johnson City with Captain Crystal Carringer, they won. So those were our 3 top winners, and then we're in the coming weeks they're going to be on here as well, so sharing their stories. So that's
and the big
exciting.
winners are the folks that need those services.
Absolutely, and that's the big piece. And again, we want to break the cycles of poverty here locally, and these organizations are doing it.
And right there, you want to find out more about what United Way's got going on? We've got that right there. United Way of East Tennessee Highlands. Thank you all so much for coming by today. We'll be back with more Daytime coming up in just a few moments.